Hey, what is happening, everybody? It's Mr. Bud, and I am back again with a training video today about executing on your vision. And today we're going to talk a little bit about how to have a vision for your life. I'm going to give a little bit of insight and some kind of coaching even around visioning itself, because visioning is so ridiculously important. Like, the only way that you don't create results that are default, okay? I'm just walking through my life and just things happen, okay? That's default life. Like, everyone is creating those results if they don't have a vision. The only way you get out of default life is you literally need to be able to see the future. You need to be able to see something that you want to create. You have to see it in advance. It has to form inside your mind. You need to picture it. You need to understand it. You need to be able to feel what that end result is. What is this thing like when it is complete? What is the vision for my life like when it is complete? What is the vision for my business like when it is complete? You have to be able to feel it in its entirety. You have to know it, okay? That's what a vision is. A vision isn't an idea. A vision is something that you have seen in its entirety. It's complete. That's what makes it so powerful. That's why when we have a vision for something, sometimes it can be so compelling, so alluring, that it magnetizes you to it. And your whole life reorganizes around getting to this thing that you've seen because you've seen it in its entirety, in its completion. The most powerful people on the planet have badass visions. They have crystal clear visions of the things that they want to create, of the world they want to create, of the life they want to create, of the business they want to create. They see it. There's a vision for it, okay? So step one in this whole process of how do you actually execute on your vision and make your vision a reality is you need to strengthen your vision. Your vision has to become a complete and total experience for you. It has to be something that's real. It has to be something that you've felt and seen through to its completion so that you know exactly what it is that you're being called forward to, that you're developing, that you're working towards. That's a truly powerful vision. And part two of this is really what I call the breadcrumb strategy. Now, visions are inherently they don't have to be difficult, but if it's a big vision, it's not just like you can go from here to here overnight. You know, when Lewis and Clark needed to cross America, they just didn't get there overnight. That was a hell of a journey, okay? Because nobody had ever done that before. And there were no such things as cars, and there was no such things as planes or, any of that stuff back then. There were no roads, there was nothing. So they just had to cross it. Now, I don't know what the journey looks like for you to go from where you are today to your vision, but there's some kind of journey there. Depending on what your vision is and depending on where you are today, you got a bit of a journey ahead of you, right? There's unpaved territory, there's new stuff, there's things you have to cross to get there. And, it's really difficult if we measure ourselves by like, I'm either here or I'm here. That's not how it works. And it's easy to get down on ourselves a lot of the times. So I find that there's a real skill in being able to appreciate and recognize the breadcrumbs. And the breadcrumbs are sort of the hints that you get from the universe that you're actually on the right track to executing and manifesting your vision. Your vision just doesn't instantly happen. But one day, if you follow the breadcrumbs enough and you trace this whole trail and you follow it, and I'm going to explain a little bit more, you wake up and you realize, holy crap, I'm at my vision. I'm there. It has happened. And actually, you should plant the idea in your head that it's even better than what you thought it was going to be. That is very important. It's actually way better than you even thought it was going to be. Whatever your vision was, it's actually better than that when you get there, okay? So just plant that as a seed. Now, why the breadcrumbs are so important is because, every little breadcrumb we get along our trail of success, all right? Wow, somebody responded to my ad. That's a sign. Something is working. Keep going. I got my first customer. That's a sign. Keep going. I got my first check that was significant. It was enough money that I could pay my mortgage. It wasn't just, play money. It was like real money, right? That's a sign. Keep going. I recruited somebody. That's a sign. Keep going. There's all of these signs that we get, these success signs. And you need to be able to recognize your breadcrumbs, recognize your wins, even if they're not your full vision. I'll share the story of, I remember when I was a 21-year-old kid, I was so broke, I was living in my parents' basement, okay? And I was working on the internet all day long trying to figure out how I was gonna build my business and do this whole entrepreneur thing, right? And I remember after 2.5 months of effort, seeming like I was going nowhere, I launched a capture page, and the first day I generated 9 leads. Did my life change because of those 9 leads? No. Did I make $1 million? No. Was I self-sustainable? No. Did my business take off? No. None of those things happened. I wasn't anywhere where my vision was. But I had 9 leads, and I recognized in that moment that that was significant, that a significant thing has occurred here. For the first time, I have 9 new prospects. I created a result. There was a result in my business that occurred that I knew could lead to more powerful things in the future. I took that as a massive breadcrumb. Maybe there's something to this whole internet marketing thing. Maybe I should keep going. After 2.5 months of nothing, to get those 9 leads was a breadcrumb that told me, keep going, Jonathan. You're on the right track. You stuck with it long enough to be able to produce a result, and this is a breadcrumb. Keep going. You're on the right track. Could I have ever imagined that I would be one of the biggest internet marketing gurus of that era, and have hundreds of thousands of people that followed me and made millions of dollars within 3 years of that date? No way! That was way beyond my vision. It was better than I ever could have imagined. But I followed those breadcrumbs. I stuck with it. I traced each one, and they came, more breadcrumbs and more breadcrumbs and more breadcrumbs, and they were steadily elevating, steadily up-leveling until they blew my vision away. So, have an amazing vision. Practice having an amazing vision. Feel the completion of your vision and follow the breadcrumbs. Your strategy is about the breadcrumbs. Utilize the breadcrumbs until you have executed on your complete vision, and that's how you turn a vision into reality, my friends. Talk to you guys soon.